Shalom, salam, everyone.
Shalom.
Salam, everyone.
All right, here we are once again, Mama Land Properties. We're still waiting on somebody, anybody, to join in with us, but that's okay. That's okay. We will forge ahead. Today, our discussion topic is Mama Land Properties, the things that we have to offer. And there is a laundry list of things that Mama Land Property can do for you when it comes to you repatriating, looking for land, looking for construction, looking for boreholes, looking for walls. I mean, anything from telephone consultations up through the completion of a house being built. Everything from the rooter to the tutor, as they say. So we will go ahead and get started. I will let Ala kick things off. She looking at me because it was a surprise. I'll go ahead and let her kick things off with everything that we offer, because what I want to do is kind of like start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Say if I'm in the States and if I'm considering moving back to Gambia, my first point of contact would be an email to Mama Land Properties, and let's just go from there. That email saying, hey, I'm thinking about coming back. You know, what steps should I take? Can I take? And what can you assist me with as far as my short-term, long-term leasing?
Okay. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining our live. When the first thing that I guess we could start with is airport pickup.
Yes.
Whenever you're coming, we would like to be able to receive you. So we do offer airport pickup. Our airport pickup is really unique. Not only do we pick you up, we will take you to exchange funds after we pick you up from the airport, and then we'll take you to get you something to eat. It kind of takeout type thing, not sit down, but most people after they've traveled a long time, they need something to eat. And we also will provide you with bottled water for your room. And our airport pickup is $30 USD, and you can pay it at the time of pickup. So that's one of the first steps, is arranging your pickup with Mama Land, which you will be treated like royalty.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then when you have arranged your airport pickup, you can use our short-term and long-term leasing services. Right now, we have placed three. We've placed officially, while we've been working with Mama Land.
Okay.
We've officially placed 3 repatriates in places, and they haven't even gotten here yet. We wrote up their contract based on what they were wanting. We got all of their needs. We went out to the properties and looked at them. We filmed them, and we provided a video presentation of the properties. And we'll send that to you, and you can basically choose, before you come. Now, it just worked out that the people that we've been helping, 2 of them chose their place before getting here, so they won't need the short-term service.
Correct.
But if you do need
hotel
or short-term, they just went ahead and did their long-term leases. They're coming, they're getting in their home. And another additional thing that we're doing, and this is a case-by-case basis, but if we do secure a long-term property for you, and there's certain things that need to be picked up for you, such as an air conditioner put in or things of that nature, we can do that. That isn't anything that's on our fee schedule, but we can always work things out to where we can take care of those things for you before you arrive. So when you get into your long-term rental, the bulk of what you need, are the really important things that you need, will be there waiting for you.
I know one of the things that you stress about when you're coming back to Mama Africa is the fact that when I get in, the hotel, and then attempting to find something short-term or long-term, and then the issues that come along with trying to find something, negotiate, and then if I have to have air conditionings added or purchase a stove or purchase a refrigerator, how do I go about it? What are good prices? Will I be taking advantage of when I go to try to buy these items?
Yeah.
So these are all things that are done. We've had things priced well, negotiated down, and as I was stating, the people that we've helped at this point, when they get here, they can go from the airport to their homes.
Mhm.
No hotel.
I think
Yeah.
that's very important.
Yes.
Well before even the pickup.
Mm-hmm.
So we are saying to people over there, Mama Land property, you don't have to worry anymore to say,
Mm-hmm.
I want to move out to Africa and I want to move out to Gambia. So you don't have to worry where you're going to find a place.
Mm-hmm.
So once you reach out to Mama Land Properties, you tell us what you need, whether it's short term or long term. That's the first thing you need to do once you want to move out to Africa. For you to be in a comfortable place. This is why some of the houses, is very unique and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them might just be missing of AC, whatever. This is why Sister Awa was saying that we're going to make sure that if you want ACs, whatever, we will take care of that. This is what I wanted to add on that side to say that it's very important for you to reach out to Mama Land Property, for you to get a place before even thinking of pickup. I think that's the first thing.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct.
Yes. Yeah.
And we actually, well, I'm not going to say we, I'm speaking French. She's been helping people as far as the telephone consultations. She's been talking everyone through contracts, talking them through creating the videos for people and sending them to them, allowing them to make an educated selection as far as the place, number of bedrooms, number of baths, if it had the air or not, things that the owner would be willing to do or not do. I mean, she's been doing an awesome job as far as helping people get to where they need to get to without headache and without heartache.
Thank you. And I would like to add, whenever we're doing the video footage, we're showing the place as it is. We're not trying to make it look a certain way.
No,
just to
those real estate pictures.
Yeah, we're not. One particular place, it was so nice, but it had a hole in the ceiling. And I showed it on the video.
Mm-hmm.
And we negotiated and made certain that everything that was unacceptable is in the contract.
Mm-hmm.
That is taken care of, and we write the contract for you on your behalf.
Mm-hmm.
We do it all. We just take the
That's one of the benefits of having mortgage bankers and real estate professionals in your corner.
Yeah.
And a Gambian who knows.
Yes, that knows all the ins and
Yes.
outs.
Because sometimes some of them will show you a picture of the house,
Uh-huh.
because I have some people who went to visit like last year when they went to some places. It was night, can you imagine? Because at that time, all flight comes at night.
Yeah.
So once I picked them up to the airport and took them to the place, they said, "Oh, Channel, we can't." So we have to go around to find them a hotel at night. Because the picture that they put on the social media there wasn't the right picture.
Exactly.
And this is why we say with Mama Land property, it's over.
We actually had an individual that had paid 2 weeks at a place. This was back before we became Mama Land.
Wow.
He paid 2 weeks at a particular hotel, went in that night. The next day he was saying, please help me find somewhere else. and he had paid 2 weeks up front.
Yeah,
And he said, forget it. I don't want to be here. And so we had to help him relocate him to somewhere else the next day after being here just one night. Yeah, true story.
Yeah.
And I think with this, like with the way Mama Land is operating, with help of Sister Awa on the front on that side, she really know what her own people is looking for. This is why she always give you the right picture, the right information that this is what you are meeting here. And if anything that you want, to upgrade whatever before, you reach out to the motherland, we definitely, she's gonna work on hand in hand with you guys before you get down to the Gambia. I think that's a very, I would say, big credit to Sister Awa for doing a wonderful job for our people.
And all funds are accounted for. Everything is priced out. You will be sent an invoice with all receipts showing how much everything costs. And then once it's paid for, it'll be kept in good deeds escrow. And then everything will be purchased. The if it's air conditioner, refrigerator, cooker, whatever it is, it will be paid for out of the escrow account, delivered to your home, installed, the whole nine. So when you come, you won't have any problems adjusting.
Yeah.
That'd just be one less thing that you would have to adjust to.
Yeah. So if I may share the current.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the current project that we're working on is the people, we're doing the airport pickup for them. We're also got them their 1 year lease, and they love the place. The place is really, really nice. We're excited that they got it. We're also going to be providing a service to put the air in. We're also going to potentially help them with their land acquisition. They actually bought land before they knew about us, but they are going to buy some more when they get here.
Why is that?
Well, because
We ain't got to tell it all. We can tell
they're
it
just not certain if their land is clear yet. They haven't went through the process. So we also offer
very polite.
we offer land acquisition if you already have property and it's not through Mama Land. We also have land acquisition, which we can't just give a flat rate. We have to know where you are in your process.
Yeah.
And many of the fees that are on our land acquisition aren't fees paid to us. They're third-party fees. But you can be assured if you use our land acquisition services, we can take you from point A all the way to point Z, which is going to be the more expensive one because it's time consuming. I think it's probably about 7 or 8 steps. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And every time you get in the car, it's an hour drive, and
more.
Yeah.
The traffic.
And I mean that's without traffic.
And that's if they have ink when you get there.
Yeah. One time we had to make 2 trips, so it's really not cheap, but we have it where we'll take you to a certain point to where you have your transfer paperwork, and then you can finish the rest, or we can take you all the way to the end. So if you're interested in land acquisition on property that you bought and you don't have all of your full papers, Alcalo paper is not enough. I'm going to let Cherno talk about that a little bit, but if you just have a Alcalo paperwork and a sketch plan, that's not sufficient. Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, definitely, because that point there is very, very important to our brothers and sisters. We said Mamala will not sit and see our own people being, I would say, it's a scam or robbed. Because once someone sold you a property, give you only an Alcalo paper, come on, it doesn't make sense.
No.
That's the first step of being like saying that, okay, we're gonna see that you might be going further to acquire your land. That's the first step. But that doesn't make you that you own the property. So we have to be very, very careful about whoever we're dealing with out there. We don't want to see our brothers like commenting on YouTube, they've been robbed, or been crying somewhere because of some other people, because we have good and bad everywhere. In America, UK, Germany, everywhere. And we still have people here. And sometimes it's very sad, like your own people are the one doing it to you. I would say that they're doing it for themselves, because the people you're supposed to be helping, you're not telling them the good information. And this is something that I'm gonna add on people who's getting land along the Sanyang Sea View. because I always do some inquiry about where to possess land, where not to get through, because I used to tell people, wherever is a conflict zone, never go to that area. Because I've received a call from the former Minister of Justice of Gambia. He lives in America. So once anyone reach out to us, you wanna get any clear information about the Sanyan Sea View, where a lot of properties have been sold to our brothers and sisters, I will tell you, get back. Because it wouldn't be nice for me to see what is happening that side. Because this is something that even the chief of Commerce, because I used to go with like some of the clients when they come down here, I will always take them to the chief for them to hear from the horse mouth what is happening, and I don't want to put him on a camera like on a social media, but you can knock out to his door, the chief of Commerce, that is the Gunju, he lives in Gunju, reach out to him, he will also advise you some of the land that is close to the sea view, land not to go, for you not to touch it. Because even though people are selling, I'm telling you, it's a very sad thing. I want to share this information to everyone out there. Even the people who are selling the lands and the people who are getting the land as whole, it wouldn't be nice once you get in the land, because you're not going to get through to occupancy.
Physical planning.
You understand?
Yeah.
Now, you might get into physical planning.
But you won't get your occupancy stamp.
Yeah, because the physical planning thing is this way. Physical planning, sometimes what they control is it on TDA? That's their number one. That's the gonna look. Is it on TDA or is it on
residential?
Yes, or agriculture. Once it doesn't fall on that, then they will go through to get you in the physical planning, for you to have your coordinate and get you all that paper. Once you have it, you go ahead. But once you've been into some other process where you need to go do it in the future, for you to be in the safe side, that's where you discover this. And whereby you already spend a lot of money, some of them even start fencing, whatever, you come across, now you have to stop because this side is in a conflict. People who know about Gambia, about Sanyang, wherever they call the Johnson, what they call Kachime Johnson. That's a place called Kachime. So that side, from that side, going towards Gunju, where they pick up the sun, going back to Sanyang along the beach. There's some areas very, very close. It's going on right now with a lot of sales over there. We were offered, as Mamalan was offered some lands about 200 by 400 on that side. But once I get this information from the chief and the former minister, who is the head of the Kabilas, the family, who is even selling that area. He is the elder brother. He lives in the United States. Because he got my numbers, one of my boards that I put on the other side, that is the different area. He reached out to me and he tell me, Channel, please, I don't want you to involve in that. I know that this is my own family who's doing it. So he's leading example to see that let no one go into that conflict zone. Because what happens is a guy that the family sold the land to for many, many years for a cheap price. And that was just couple of members that sold it. So now the family have a union. They have a team whereby they have the president, the secretary, they organize everything. But what happened in that, the first community that they're trying to build up, some of the leaders were selling some parts so that they can able to demarcate some area, but no one using it in a good use. So once that happened, he have to fly from America back to home in Ghana, to tell them, look, you have to stop this. But he reached out to me about a month ago that he still realized some of his family members is still going through to sell some part of, to some real estate owners, which I'm sure that they are selling it to people. And I don't want anyone to be involved into that. I will not get involved into that, and I'm not gonna advise anyone from my brothers and sisters in Gambia and in the diasporas. this message is not for only for the diasporans. It's for the Gambians ourselves to know where are we heading to, because it's not fair. Life over there is very serious. Everything is you pay, you work and pay. So it wouldn't be fair for you to come back home here, which you call as a home. You're going to other problems that you're going to be facing in the future. This is why I always said, wherever is a conflict zone, that side is in a conflict where the two parties have been in the court for many years. Even with the former president claiming that side too. So but even though that's a part of the story, like the former president have no power anymore to seize whatever which he used to do before. But then we in the generation where we have to be very, very careful who we're dealing with, and where I always say, even coming to Mamaland, if you want to know more things about, you can get back to the chiefs or to the alcalos or wherever you think you might have some finding to see proof that who owns these properties and who owns them from the originally, that you are not going in, because we don't go into any properties. We've been sold like many properties along the seaside, uplands. We always, what we do is like to get into to the community to find out who owns it.
Questions.
You understand? It's not an easy job. It needs a lot of time and patience for you to be able to acquire this knowledge, for you to know where to get in. Because if two members of the family went and sold, you might have the transfer from the alcalo, because it's something that they pay to the alcalo, which you're gonna go to. But at the end of the day, if the other families come back, whilst you also develop the place and say, no, we were not aware when this is why. When it's a family property, all of them have to be committed.
Correct.
With their signature, with a contract on it, with their IDs, the telephone number, so you know that once you're getting in, because I've seen some brothers and sisters are not going through to a companies, they are going through an individual. So they have to be very careful into that.
I've seen that myself.
Yeah, going into private is not a problem too, but you have to watch out to see who are there. And even some of the companies, I'm telling you, because some of the companies like selling on San and Sivu, they are not giving you the information about what is going on there. So which is, it touched my heart to see that. I will not let this happen to my brothers and sisters, especially the ones that are coming. You do not speak our local language, the Mandinka, the Fula, Manjago, and Wolof, whatever. I don't want you to go into trouble where you always go now and then to some other issues. So, which I want you to be very careful about, who you're dealing with. Try to investigate more about whatever you're getting into. Because it's always saying that even in the West, before we get into anything, we do research. So why not here?
Right.
Gambia and America or UK or Germany, I would say it's almost the same. The only difference is the motherland and Babylon. That's the only difference. Because things are really, so many things been copied from the West. They wanted to bring it here, which sometimes if you look at it, some of the things are not good for the Africa, some of the things are good. Not everything is bad. So, I will also add on that to say that let people be very, very, very careful of where they're getting the land and who are they dealing with.
So see, this is the beauty of working with Mama Land Properties, because you have someone that's acting with integrity, that's sharing information once it's received. He's not just keeping it for himself and to use it to take advantage of people later on down the line. He's freely sharing this information to help save everyone some heartache. To keep you from being in situations where you look back 3 months from now and you're unable to get your physical planning paperwork, unable to build a wall or build your home, and your money is just basically locked up in a dispute for who knows how long. That could be years until that's resolved. So you have someone that's trying to school you, as we say. So I would take heed. And if you have thoughts or know someone that's been thinking about purchasing land in those areas, I would probably take a move on back.
Yeah, and this is what I said. I'm going to add on that side to say, once they reach out to good deed service,
Mm-hmm.
it's a guideline for them not to go into that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I believe with the good deed service, that is to protect
That's
you know,
right.
your money.
Yeah.
So, and good deeds is been partnership with all this information that
Mhm.
wherever informations are coming, which is this is why I say that even the people who still have doubt about the Sanyan civil side,
Mm-hmm.
you know, once you reach out to me, I will even give, I don't mind to say the number
Mm-hmm.
of the guy who is the leader of the family, that he is not happy of what is happening on that side, and he's letting everyone not to go and buy any properties.
Wow.
So he told me, Jala, don't go near there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, until we resolve all these problems and whatever. And I said, and I always keep on contact, and I was so happy
Mm-hmm.
that he reached out to me.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I did not stop to his side because I wanted to know what actually was going on.
Mhm.
So I went into the chief of
Mm.
Composao, you know, that's the chief, and which is Lamin Dabo, you know, and which I think many of people knows about him. He was in America for many years in exile, and he decided to come home,
Mhm.
you know. And one thing about him, I like him. He will never sign a paper, even if you don't have a power attorney of that. You should come with a customer who buy it. You cannot send anyone to get a stamp from him.
Mhm.
And that, I would say that if all the chiefs of this country is really emulating of his footsteps,
Mhm.
which I really love it. And some of the alcalos, like what they do now, they have to send someone to go and see which land, you know, you get into.
Mm-hmm.
But that side only with the alcalo, you would not get any clear information.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get this information from the families who owns it as the leader,
Mhm.
like the people who in America, you can reach out to him easily to make some clarification where to get in. And I think that with the good deed service is there to protect them from not falling into wrong hands. You know, and I think that I also make some credit to Sister Awa for bringing good deed service to the brothers and sisters, which is a very, very good initiative. And I think if anyone want to be safe on Sijon, you go through the good deed service.
Yeah.
You know what?
You
Now,
go through that.
since you're here, let's.
That was the next thing, but
Yeah,
before I
let's
go
get into
into good deeds, let me finish
Okay.
off on the land acquisition.
Okay.
Because you all were saying, you know, the advantage to having you, Charno, is, you know, you know the areas, because there's other things that can come up besides dispute. We have a piece of property, it's not in dispute, but we hadn't been able to get our paperwork because we were supposed to buy a bigger allotment.
Mhm.
And so we're, you know, so it's so many factors
Mhm.
that someone like Cherno know, and you know, he's purchasing properties that are going to keep you from having to deal with some of those things. And before we go to good deeds, land acquisition is separate from you purchasing land through us. Land acquisition is if you didn't purchase your land through us, there's a package that we can put together for you. If you buy a mama land property, all of that comes anyway. The capital gains tax are paid. We do all of the lead work for you. All of the fees are paid. So it's all included in the price. So I wanted to make that clear that they're two separate things. The land acquisition is for people who may already have their land. Okay. And did you want to read some things before I go into good deeds?
Sure, that's fine. We'll go through some comments real quick.
Okay.
All right, we have Alfreda Sinclair said, "Thank you for sharing." Miss Annie, hi guys, it's Miss Annie, Mom.
Hello, Miss
Hi, Mom.
Annie.
Looking forward to coming back.
Yeah, good to see you in the motherland.
Yes.
Our sister of truth, Shalom family.
Shalom.
Her regalness is saying, "Thank you for looking ahead of needs necessary to create a seamless transition." Yes, to the motherland, security is amongst the most important aspects for us here in the West. Mama Land rocks. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
OG Nefer speaks. Peace and light. I am excited thanks so much for everything. Can't wait to get to the Gambia. Thank you, Mama Land Properties, for everything. All right.
You're welcome.
And thank you so much, Mama Land Properties, for everything. Me and my family are so excited. We can't wait to get to the Gambia. Well, we're looking forward to receiving you here in the Gambia.
Yes.
And Miss Annie said she's going to call you on the cell phone. That might have been her. Pa Cherno, hey, Mr. Cherno, greetings, family, and everyone watching. A very important information which will help many people. Speaking of that same yang.
Yeah.
I thought,
And then Harigno says, give a thumbs up, family. This is the type of transparency and protection we need. Praise Yah. Absolutely.
Yes.
All praises. Okay, now we're going to get into good deeds
Yeah.
escrow services.
Okay, so good deeds came about because we actually helped through our journey towards Eden. Before we came to Mama Land, we were helping a gentleman acquire some land. And I am a mortgage banker by profession, and Amani is a realtor. So we took some of the checks and balances that we learned over there to make certain that anyone who goes into a transaction is protected on either side. Because you've had some people who have committed to something, and then when it's time to close, then the people that they had committed, they're like, I don't want it anymore, So it protects both sides. So what Good Deeds Escrow Services does is if you are going into land acquisition or long-term leasing, you're going into purchasing your property, your money is wired to Good Deeds Escrow Services, okay? And money is released based on your contract. Say if it's long-term lease, whatever your contract says, money is released based on that. If you're buying a property, your money is released in stages. You'll send your full payment, but when it's time to pay the alcalo fee, that will be dispersed. When it's time to pay the Echo Bank transfer, $7,000, that will be dispersed. It's just a running accounting system that keeps track of your money and the process that you're in. And money will not be released to the seller until you have your stamp from physical planning. Once you have your initial stamp from physical planning, then the funds are released for the purchase price. Any funds that are not used will be returned to you, minus expenses that are laid out. We provide you with a good faith estimate. On that good faith estimate, it basically shows you all of the fees. Now, we do have to go on record and say fees such as alcalo fees and chief fees can vary. Okay, because
it depends on the area.
it's
some of the areas,
so that's why we call it a good faith estimate. So we collect a certain amount for the alcalo and for the chief fee, but it basically sometimes it's not going to be accurate. But if you
some like in Combo Central and Combo South, and even in Commonwealth, because much of the alcalos in Commonwealth charge higher.
Okay.
That's where we live in.
Okay.
Like this would be the food, stuff like that. So it's Commonwealth.
Okay.
So it's different. Whereby you go into like jamban jelly, sanyang, it's also another different. And you see the other time when we go into the chief of Combo Central, I was thinking
it was different.
It's the same charges that the Combo South chief is charging, but I've seen
more.
he was more.
Yeah.
So when I said, he told me, oh, that's my fee. And I said, anyway.
We had to pay it if we wanted the stamp.
So we have to go back to
to the bank.
to the bank to get some money. And
Yes, it was crazy.
He wasn't budging.
But I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing in buying property from us, they don't have to worry about it.
All about that.
But this was on this deal where we were doing the land acquisition for this gentleman. But we took that process, and Cherno has really been helping us through it, and we've been perfecting the process. But that's how Good Deeds was pretty much established. This gentleman sent us his money. We sent him an invoice. He sent us his money, and it's been sitting in our account.
Outlined the process.
We outlined the process to him, and it's set in our account.
Mm-hmm.
And we did not release it until he got his initial stamp.
Correct.
And then we're still almost on our last stage. We're even going to the point where we're paying his capital gains tax and his final tax payment. So we saw how perfectly it worked, and we sat down with Cherno when we came to Mama Land, and we're like, look, this is what we're doing with one of our clients. We think it would be good for Mama Land, and I'm so grateful. Cherno is just a godsend. I can't say how much of a blessing he's been to us, but you know, anytime we come to him with good sound, advice or recommendations or ideas, he doesn't reject it. He's just, if it makes sense, he's like, let's do it, you know. So he even walked us down and helped us open up and apply for our licenses with Good Deeds. I mean, he walked us through it and really supported us. So
what about the license with Good Deeds? How many of them is it here in Gambia?
Well, as far as we know, we're the only licensed escrow service here in Gambia. So
and I have to say, you don't get mad at me. This Good Deeds, the format, the premise of it was shared with someone else through someone that we assisted. And now you may see someone else attempting to do the same thing that Good Deeds is doing, but Good Deeds is the originator, not the imitator. So, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. So, but we're excited about Good Deeds. You know, we just feel like it's, like we said, it's going to protect both sides. It's you will get a running ledger of everything that's going out, coming in, and you will be reimbursed for anything that is charged or paid out of that account. Now, sometimes we can't provide receipts because Alpalos and Chiefs, they don't give receipts, but those are things that you know are going to be, you know, a fee. You know, but that's pretty much, did I cover everything for Good Deeds services?
I think you did.
Okay.
I think you did a good job.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So after we have picked you up from the airport, gotten you your long-term or short-term stay, what we would like to do is schedule you for a land tour. That's one of the other things we do every Wednesday
10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock. We do land tours. Now you do have to register because we have to know how many people are coming and how many vehicles that we need to get, you know, or have available. But we like to be able to take you on a land tour, bring you back to the office, and show you our sketch plans for the land, as well as floor plans that we have coming. We want to be able to bring you in and show you all we have to offer, and hope that you like our services and we won your trust to where you would entrust Mama Land into not only acquiring your property, but helping you with your building your borehole, building your fence, and also allowing us to build one of your homes, which all of our homes are solar homes. So you all want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I can say Mama Land Properties is truly a one-stop shop. Where else can you go to where you can forge a relationship that will see you through an entire endeavor from the point of conception of thinking about moving back all the way through to the completion of your home being built, dealing with the same people? Can't do it. You know, it's truly a one-stop shop that can assist you in lessening the headache and the heartache of some of the hurdles that you could come across here, and just removes all doubt, makes things easy. You know your funds are being taken care of. You know you're not being cheated. All the pricing is better than a lot of prices around town. I can tell you that for sure. You know, and your funds, well, you know, you're not being scammed. I just put it out there, you know, because things have taken place in the past where people have given the funds, work wasn't done, or the work was shoddy and things of that nature. You know, with Mama Land property, everything is being done with the utmost integrity, and that we're doing everything the way it should be done. Right?
Yeah, because with that, like, even with Mama Land, don't allow for them to give you only alcohol paper, thinking that you own the property. You need to have full documents that to show you, because one thing about you gotta understand, once you get the alcohol paper, because even with the good service, there's gonna be some challenges that, you know, once the land is somewhere where we need to go reach out there, because it's not been bought from Mama Land Properties. So we have to do the physical planning, to do the coordinate, and whereby if the sellers are not willing, because sometimes you can see, oh, I don't get time, you call them, you know, driving you there and there, which at the end of the day, they're gonna get through, because once they know I'm involved into it, then, you know, they have to go, it's a must. Because I will not let anything happen to anyone out there as long as I know something about it, it's a must. Either two ways, you get them the money back or give them their paperwork.
See, but with good deeds,
you know, with good deeds,
you have to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about it. And one thing about the service that Mama Land Properties is giving you, like the borehole, we are not there only to give you the borehole. We're also gonna give you always follow up to see how is your system going on. You know, we are not just there to making the money. We wanna be giving you service that is gonna be follow up.
That's right.
And everything we give you there is gonna be look after to see how you're going with things, and we don't just give you and that's it. We want the relationship to continue, because that's what we need to be. We have to be a family. So this is why Mama Land come to build all of us together to say we have to unite as Black people.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. It's high time.
Yeah.
For us to come together and do things the right way, and you know, not looking to take advantage of each other.
Like some people are saying that it's gonna hard for us Black people to come together and unite. And I want us to say no. That's you know, that's possible. It's not impossible.
That's right.
You know, so once we all watch out to each other, you know, everything is possible. And I believe that, like the young ladies that we met today.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, we're talking about, you know, coming, because what happens, the younger generation need to, I think that the younger generation, we supposed to talk them about what is happening. We should not leave them like we see nowadays. The kids in the West, in Africa, is almost the same. They've been West Brown, brainwashed. You understand? So it's like what the actions they do over there and what is going on is really something else. So once we build up the communities, you know, we're trying to always discuss with them to tell them, look, how our ancestors, because we were so close to the ancestors, our fathers and moms and moms and granddad tells us how they've been living, you know, in some years ago, like some decades ago. And I believe once we transfer that information to the younger ones, even though some of them might not listen, because we have seen the younger generation are like stones in their head. But you know, we have to try our best. We should not leave them by themselves. We have to do our best to see them. Let them hear the message.
That's right.
What is happening. What was yesterday, which they were not part of it, is today they see. They start, what all they think is maybe on the TV or the media out there, they talk about everything they see there is something that they have to do. And whereby that's not the case. So I think we, the parents, have to play a very big role, especially the mothers, because in Africa here, the mothers stay longer with the kids. So, you know, and I think that the mothers are doing a really great job, and I want them to keep up to do as more they can do. And I also call the fathers to come closer to help the mommies to, you know, to upgrade the, you know, the lifestyle of the families, the kids, for them to be aware of what is happening in Babylon.
Mhm.
You know, Babylon is a crap.
It's
Yeah,
falling.
I can agree with you
It's
there.
falling.
It's a
Yeah.
big piece of crap.
It's falling.
Well, you know, Charles, you stating about the young lady we met today, and the thing that I always say is that if you want to see where we'll be in the future, look at the youth. You know, the things that they're doing, the clothes that they're wearing, the music that they're listening to, the behaviors that they're exhibiting, that's our future. So if that's not what you want to be in the future, grab them now and show them a better way. That's what we have to do. We just have to show them that, you know, there's a lot of things being lost here, even here in Africa.
Yeah.
There's a lot of culture that's, you know, that's being lost. That's going to the wayside because they're looking at too many music videos.
It's very sad to see in Africa where we have something we call Commonwealth Day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the English-speaking countries,
Mm-hmm.
where we in the school, they used in the primary school and the nursery
Mhm.
used to say the kids don't go and wear their tradition like the Fulani.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wear the Fulani dress
Mm-hmm.
and the Jolas too. You know,
Mhm.
different tribes, and also cook your own food. That's your
Right.
traditional food.
Mhm.
You know, but to me, I think that's not enough
No.
because that's only one day in the whole year
Mm.
that they have to practice that.
It's like Black History
Wow.
Month.
Yeah, so it's like they're not even being taught just about, this is how you're gonna do. That's it. It's a one-day thing. It have to continue within, the community.
That's right.
And I think
It's to be
that,
reinforced daily.
we're gonna build some community that is gonna be, a cultural thing,
Yeah.
in the future, which Mamala is really ready to do so many things in that side too,
Yeah.
to improve. Let us not allow to lose our culture.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot being out. And one thing I can say that I noticed that I was flipping through channels one day, and I saw at least 6 or 7 music video channels. And I'm like, wow. So this is like really a big thing. Everyone wants to be a rap artist or a singer, and which is fine. But when you look at the culture, this because everybody paying sagging, you got the tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
There's hardly any culture within the videos, within the lyrics. So even if that's the route you want to take, bring culture into it. Have lyrics that's meaningful, that can teach the young kids that are listening something about themselves.
Instrument, using our cultural instrument.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, exactly.
Everything is not about a drum machine and some beats and some cursing and women gyrating all over the place. We have to do better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll leave that alone.
Well, while you all were talking, you said something about communities
Mhm.
and building communities, and that's one thing that Mama Land Property does:
Mhm.
build communities. Just about every property we have, there's a minimum of how many quads? What's the minimum?
I think the one with the least is 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
smallest.
that's the smallest, is 10. And then the next size up would be what, 16,
Mhm.
No, we
then
get 20.
20.
Mhm.
All the way
So
up to the boss release,
Yeah,
like
that's what is 60.
60.
60, okay. So when you buy a Mama Land property, you're not gonna be out in a village just by yourself. You'll have people who are also repatriating. You have some Gambians buying the land also, but you also have other repatriates also buying the land. So you won't just be out on an island by yourself trying to figure things out. So that's another beautiful thing about buying a Mama Land property is you're building, buying in a community.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is the beautiful thing here now.
Mhm.
Because you get some good dishes, some good lessons.
Ooh, yes.
Just to sit and talk with some of the elders and things of that nature. They're always willing to share.
Yeah, yeah.
Always willing to share.
Yeah.
You have
Okay.
anything else, Alan?
I think we covered all of the services. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. You all pretty much took the building part.
Mm-hmm.
But we will say this is, if you do choose one of Mama Land's services, we will go above and beyond
Mm-hmm.
to make certain that you're taken care of And we even go above the minimum, of what
We will always exceed your expectations.
we will exceed your expectations.
And we're actually getting together some testimonials of people that we've actually assisted that are willing to come forth and let everyone know the job that Mama Lena has done for them. Without coercion, but it'll be their story to tell. Other things that we've actually done to assist them in their transition. And I'm pretty excited about that. I can't wait to hear some of the things. I know some of the voicemails I've heard here recently. And they're pretty exciting to the the impact that Mama Land is having on lives back in Babylon that are trying to get home. It's very, very exciting. Very exciting. Exciting times.
It's a wonderful thing to be a part of such a beautiful movement. The ancestors on both sides of the ocean are just rejoicing. The ones who didn't make it back, but they're seeing us make it back to work with our chernos, our brothers who never left. It's really emotional. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and all praises to the Most High, and to our ancestors who died and suffered. We're here. We're back, and Mama Land is here to receive you.
That's right.
I think once over there, when people know they don't have to worry anymore, I think a lot of people are over there being worried, like, I want to move out to Africa, but where I have to go? And some of them, their main concern is like, how I'm going to be, being there, I'm single mother, or, you don't have to worry about that anymore.
That's right.
This is why Mama Land came in to say, you don't have to worry anymore.
That's right.
You will never be left alone. Once you reach out to Mama Land Property, you are with the movement.
That's right.
The movement to see the light of the Most High. Because Most High brought us together. Look at, you've been, I'll say this, we are all from Africa. As Black is first, we all know is from Africa. And being to Babylon in America or UK or Germany, you were stolen from here.
That's right.
So you had the call of the Most High, and that's our motherland calling that my family come back home, feel home. So once you reach out to Mama Land, you are not by yourself. You are with a community, because Mama Land is a movement that is building a bigger, huge community.
That's right.
That is not that's not dividing into that community.
No.
It's oneness and equality and transparency.
We've assisted single mothers. We've assisted single men. We've assisted a mother that's coming with her children, couples. I mean, you name it. It's across the board. We've been assisting everybody. And everyone received that same excellent A1 Mama Land properties treatment. And we make sure of that. And Althea Hamilton said, hello, everyone. Hello, shalom, sis. So, well, Althea, I tell you, I think you about missed it all. You go back and look at the recording.
She can hear replay.
Because it's getting late in the day and the street light is coming on, and we try to do our lives to where we can catch a little sunlight so you can actually see us. Because once it gets dark outside, it gets darker here on the inside.
We can go reveal on some of the properties that we have and what's the promotion going on that too.
Okay. Yes.
Reveal on that, so at least people who doesn't reach out, know more about that.
All right. So right now we have a sale going on all of our lands. You can go to www.mamalandproperties.com. We have sales land on Gunjur Seaside, and they're running at 200,000.
250.
250. I'm sorry. At 250,000 right now, that's 5,000 USD, and those are 20 by 20 plots. And those sites, at that site, if you build up to one store, which I learned this week that in Africa, if you say 2-story, that's actually 3 stories. If you say 1 story, that's actually a 2-story.
Because they don't count the down one.
Yeah, the first floor doesn't count
They
there.
say 1 story. So why are you gonna count the one? You say 1. Then it's not 2. So I must say, no, you gotta count it down.
That's right.
No, you gotta count the one on top.
Yes. So here, if you want to go up 1 story, you be able to see the seat.
Yeah.
If you do 2-story, oh man, you 3 stories up in our language, and you'll really be able to see around town.
Yeah.
So we also have the Gunjur Kukajan, correct?
Yeah.
And those are 20 by 20 plots, and those are 3,500 USD.
Yeah.
3,500 USD, and that land, I can tell you, is lush. It's green. I saw some cashew, mango, coconut trees. I mean, and when I say green, man, oh man, that is some lush land. I don't think you'll have a problem growing anything at all there.
And the soil there is good.
Yeah.
We always go into something that is flat,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's easy accessibility, because we don't want anyone to be worried to, getting my properties, I cannot get into rainy season, because it's good to know all about this, especially in the rainy season.
That's right.
When it's not raining season, maybe you might say every road is good, whatever, but once you get into rainy season, you need to get 4x4 to reach out to some other places. So this is why you have to be knowing where you get it into and how access on the road, you know, how access going to the beach or to the market. These are all important, you know, for and the community, like whether it's a hospital there, whether it's, you know, schools, because some people are moving out with their families. These are all important to know, you know, so you can able to get into your family if you want to settle down here, where which school they want to go is very important, you know, being part of the community.
Yeah.
With Mamaland, you always with the community.
Yes, and we've actually been touring. We actually just went on a tour just yesterday, and I can say that a lot of the Mamaland properties that we're touring right now during the rainy season, they aren't saturated with water. That water drains off when it rains. We actually drive vehicles back on it, and there's no like mud and deep holes and things of that nature. Yeah, you know, it's none of that. So, you know, and this is during rainy season. And this is like maybe a day or two after it rains, and we've been out, and you know that land doesn't hold a lot of water. So, which is a good sign when you're looking to build, when you're trying to find a property, you don't have to worry about a lot of flooding.
Yeah.
You know, and things of that nature, like I've seen in, you know, some places around. So we'll leave it there. We also have Gunjur upland, and those are 22.5 by 20, and those are for 200,000 Delance, which is 4,000 USD. We have Jambanjelly phase 1. Those are 20 by 20s, and those are 4,000 USD, which is 200,000 Delance. We have Jambanjelly phase 2. And those are 20 by 20s, and that is 5,000 USD, 250,000 Delance as well. We have Kasakunda, which is a 20 by 20, and those are 185,000 Delance, or 3,700 USD maybe. Yeah. And we have Bossari, which is a 20 by 20, and they're 1,500 USD, which is 75,000 Delance. And I spoke with a lady this week, and she wants to get some land out in Bossari because she says she wants to do some gardening. Okay. She wants a couple of those actually, and she says she wants to put a little house on, and she just want to do gardening out that way. And she says she wants a property up this way as well. Okay. So she wants to look at Jambanjelly, but her Bossari she just wants to use for gardening. For gardening. Yeah, okay. Because there's some lush land up there as well.
Because I said to people, Mamaland will offer you like a garden. It's like, even though we know like non-Gambian is not allowed to own 50 by 50 in the same area, but when it's come to agriculture, you know, always Mamaland comes in a way that you can able to own hectares of farm on the mamaland properties. So that you don't have to worry anymore about that. When it comes to agriculture, that is 100% guaranteed. When it comes to residential, that you can only own 50 by 50 on one name. You can own it in a different area, or you can put your daughter or your son or your wife or your mom in the other properties, so which you can able to go on, you understand? So with Mamaland, you always not left alone. You are with the community, you get almost all you needed here. If you want a hood garden, you will get it.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want properties where you're gonna build up your own house, you will get it. If you want to build a house, because like we have some plans, when you walk up to our office, we will show you some of the plans that we have. So if we are to build your house, you're not gonna pay any plan.
That's right.
You're just gonna choose which plan do you want for you to for us to build it for you.
Right.
But if you also get your land and you want to buy a plan for us from us, you can knock on our door. We can sell you some of the plans that we have in the Mamaland property.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I think the sale right now is going on for another week.
Yeah.
So we extended it up through September, well, mid-September. So you have another week to take advantage of the sale prices on all the lands. Like I said, you can go to www.mamalandproperties.com, take a look at the lands tab, and you can see all the properties that we have for sale. There's actually a flyer there outlining the sale. You can see the services tab, and where you can go and schedule your land tour.
No, that's under event.
I'm sorry, the events tab. I was correcting it. The events tab to schedule your land tour.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
And you can go through the floor plans. And there's just a list of things that Mamaland is offering. And we're just excited about everything that's going on right now here at Mamaland. We know that we're just at the beginning. We're at the foot of the mountain, but we are looking to climb and scale this thing until we get to the top, and we won't stop until we do.
Definitely. Definitely.
So we are.
always say live, love, laugh.
Yes.
Breathe free in Africa.
Breathe free.
Mamaland.
Yeah.
And the breathe free is very important.
Yeah.
Because we know what things that's taking place in the States where people where their breathing was cut off.
Yeah.
Right.
So me on the neck.
Exactly. So live, love, laugh, and breathe free. And not only the stopping of the breath, but the ability to breathe free and clear and clean air.
With no fear on watching who's on my back, who's on my shoulder. No.
Yes.
You know.
I mean, you go to the beach and you just able to inhale and exhale and just take it all in. And man, it's a beautiful thing being here in Mama Africa. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
And all of our properties that we have right now is all very close to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's 10 minutes drive
Yes.
and 15 minutes drive.
Yes.
You know, the Gunju one, you don't need to drive. If you want,
You can
just
walk
to the beach.
That's right.
You're there.
Uh-huh.
You know.
And also the sale, I forgot to
Yeah.
add 10 bags of concrete.
Yeah.
If you purchase now, you will have 10 bags of concrete given to you to begin your wall. And then you will also have 4 solar lights that can go on the 4 corner posts of your site, of your property. So there's 4 solar lights and 10 bags of concrete that will be gifted to you for purchasing property through Mamaland Property during the sale event.
Yeah.
All right. So anybody have anything else?
I think I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I was
All right.
Live, love,
Laugh, breathe free.
and
Mamaland Properties. All right. Topic?
Tell a friend.
More? Okay.
Yeah. Tell a friend.
Okay, so we have Athea that says she's a hello everyone. And when I said, I think you missed it off, she said I did. And Miss Annie said, love the information you provide. Some I was aware of, others not so much. I am more than ready to start the new adventure in Gambia. Yes, ma'am, Ms. Ann, we were waiting for you to get back.
Yeah.
Yes, Mom.
And the information that we share, it's not limited to just what we share here during the live session. You can schedule an appointment, or better yet, just drop into the office. We're always here to receive you and be able to assist you in answering the questions that you may have pertaining to your land purchase, home bill, or home wall bill, or anything in between. Just come on by and see us, and we'll work something out. All right, is that it?
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
Yeah.
Shalom.
Share and like.
Yes, please share.
Share and like.
Share.
Yes.
Let everyone know the good things that Mama Land Properties is doing, and we will also be sharing those testimonials here soon. So hopefully, we would like to get a lot of people in to see those testimonials. Okay. All right. Have a great evening.
Salam to everyone.
Shalom.